So guys, I just got in from a shoot and I swear the timing couldn't have been any more perfect for this delivery that I was waiting on. For the last couple of months, I've been hella busy shooting commercials, music videos, weddings, promotional content. And yes, it's been really good and fun and the income has been great. But what hasn't been so great was this message. What's been even less fun is trying to move all of this content from one hard drive to another hard drive just so I can do new work. And believe me when I say owning the OG KOMODO and the KOMODO X makes my work look incredible, but it absolutely devours hard drive space. To really put this into context, if you guys have been keeping up my YouTube channel or follow me on my social media pages, you'll know that I own the G Shuttle G technology with 32 terabytes of internal memory. And that's what I primarily use to edit and do all of my work on. On top of that, I have another 32 terabytes of like a NAS server where I kind of store all my completed projects. I have about 8 terabytes of SSD storage on those SanDisk drives, and a bunch of 4 terabyte miscellaneous drives that I just leave other things on, like stuff I might want to work on or passion projects or things like that. And I have completely maxed them all out. It's ridiculous. You think like that much storage will last you a long time? No. I do 3 projects and like we're running through almost 4 terabytes worth of storage. It's crazy. It got to the point where I was like, okay, I can't just keep continuing to swap data from one hard drive to another hard drive and then seeing what I can delete and can't delete every single time a new project comes in. And I was like, I might as well just bite the bullet and buy some more additional storage. Believe me when I say anteing up to buy additional storage is one of the least glamorous things that we have to do as creators, but it is absolutely a necessary evil. I started looking into this company called Glyph, and if you've never heard of them, these are the drives that legendary editor Sam Kolder uses on his projects. And I said to myself, if it's good enough for him, it's probably going to be good enough for me. I do want to say this really quickly. I am not sponsored by Glyph or have any affiliation codes or anything with them. This is just a product that I did a little bit of research on, and I felt like it was a good thing that I want to share with you guys. However, if you do stick around to the end of this video, I'll share with you how you can save up to 20% off of any of their products. I decided to go with the 40 terabyte internal HDD with transfer speeds up to 550 megabytes per second, an internal CFast 2.0 card reader, an SD card reader, a USB Type A reader, 2 Thunderbolt 3 ports, and 1 display port. There are other options that you can go with. So something with less internal hard drive space. You can go with something that doesn't have the internal card readers. You can go with the other options that don't include the display port or the Thunderbolt 3 options. It's entirely up to you how you want to configure your hard drive. And of course, with different options, you get different prices. And that's something we'll talk about a little bit later in this video. Okay, so you guys can see it's another day. I'm in another outfit. But I was going through the editing. There was a couple of things I just wanted to bring to your attention and share with you guys before I can end this video. So the one thing I just wanted to talk about is just how simple it is to set this drive up. It's already pre-formatted in a way that's compatible with Macs or PCs, and all you have to do is go in and format the drive, and they suggest that you use the Mac Extended Journal for when you format. Once you do that, it's as simple as setting up the RAID option that you want on the back of the device. And what I really love about this storage unit is that instead of you having to use all this kind of complicated software to set up your RAID option that you want, you literally hit a few switches on the back of the device, and you take a pin, stick it in the little set button option, and then hold it for 4 seconds, it'll set the RAID up for you. It is very important that when you do set your RAID mode, that you keep it at that for as long as you want to use it. If at any point you want to switch your RAID mode, you will have to back up everything off the drive onto a separate drive because once you change it, it will reformat the drive. So you get 4 different options for these RAID setups. You get RAID 0, which is most recommended for speed. You get RAID 1, which is for redundancy, so it essentially saves everything across the 2 drives, and that anything gets corrupted, you can still pull it up on the other ones. The third option is the big option, which is continuous. Now, I'm not too sure what that means, but if you know exactly what that is, make sure you let me know in the comments below. And the last option that they give you is clear, which just allows the 2 hard drives to act independently. One other thing that I noticed that you guys probably should be aware of is that these are not the fastest drives that I've seen. My G Shuttle allows me to edit directly off of the hard drive. Now you can probably edit off the Glyph hard drives as well, but it's a lot slower. Like I said, I shoot with the red KOMODO and those R3D files, and I took a few of them, loaded it into DaVinci Resolve, and every time that I stopped for a second and tried to start it back up, I get that little spinning wheel, and it just takes a minute for everything to load. Now, I mean, it's not really dropping frames, let's say, when I'm trying to play back or do anything like that, but I was seeing a significant reduction of speed in terms of when I hit the play button to when it actually starts playing, or when I stop playing to when it actually stops playing. So I don't know, depending on the type of cameras you're using, or if you're more of a person that's working with images, or I don't know, just doing something that's not as intensive on the GPU or CPU, then maybe you can get away with editing off of one of these. But from what I'm seeing right now, it's probably better for me to edit on the G technology and then taking all those files when I'm done and transferring over to the Glyph Blackbox Pro. That just seems to be the most, I don't know, beneficial way for me to use it. The last update that I want to tell you guys about is the CFast 2.0 card reader. On my OG KOMODO, it uses those CFast cards. So it makes it so simple and easy for me to take the card out of my camera, put it directly into the hard drive, and back up my files that way. Now, I know that's not going to be a big thing for most people, especially if you don't use CFast cards, but if you do, this is just one more thing that allows you to make your workflow a little bit smoother. But that's going to be it for this part. Let's go back to the current video. So let's look at the design of this hard drive. As you guys can see, the size of this hard drive is amazing, especially if you compare it next to the G Shuttle. It's also fairly lightweight considering it has two full-size HDD drives in there. And because of its rugged design and compact size, this is going to be a lot more easy to travel with than my G Shuttle. What I really love about this drive is how easy it is to set up. You plug in the DC power, you plug in your Thunderbolt 3 ports, and then you're pretty much ready to go. And what I also really love about this drive is that you're able to daisy chain them. So let's say, for example, I fill this 40 terabytes in a month or two. I can go ahead and buy another one of these, daisy chain them, and double that capacity of the two drives, which for me and just how the workflow is going and everything else, that just sounds amazing. So let's talk about the price. So this is where things get wild, but I need whoever's watching this video to keep things within context. I shoot with two red KOMODOs. And because of how busy I am and how consistently I'm shooting, hard drive space is at a high requirement in my world right now. And because I'm charging my clients appropriately for the work I'm doing for them, making a purchase like this doesn't hurt as much, let's say, for the average person or somebody that's starting out. But I really don't want to look in the comments a couple of days from now and hear anybody talking about I would never spend that much on a hard drive. Because trust me, when you get to that level, you will. So for my setup and exact configuration, I got it for $15.99 USD. I was able to get an additional 20% off, which was able to get that price down to $12.79. Then after taxes and shipping and all that annoying stuff, it came up to about $1,500. And if you're Canadian like me, you got an additional little extra charge for customs and duties. All in all, this drive was hella expensive, but I can now confidently move forward and book new clients. And regardless of the size of the production, know that I have the capacity to back it up and work on those files immediately. If this video helped you in any way, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like video so you can help other people see it as well. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And remember to look, learn, and share. Take it easy, guys. Peace.